Hey, everybody. Happy Monday and happy President's Day. You're listening to Daddy Issues. I am here with Nicky Paris. We are sans Adam Hunter. He's a busy guy.
He's in Canada.
He's in Calgary.
He's in your neck of the woods.
Yeah, he's in Calgary, one of my favorite cities in Canada.
Eating maple syrup and just saying A.
And well, he's in Calgary, so maybe he's bucking a bronc or
getting free health insurance.
Roping some calves. Getting some free health insurance, maybe.
That's where I'd go.
I do miss that. But it's not free because they're taxed very heavily in Canada.
Really? I have to do my taxes soon.
Oh yeah. Oh, don't remind me.
And my accountant, she's in a wheelchair. So, she pulls a couple, I hate to say it, she pulls the handicap card. And for those listening, I could say that because I have a handicap brother.
So back
off.
One
time I waited 3 hours. I got into her room and she goes to me, I have to leave accessoritis here. She goes, she goes, I'm really sorry, you're going to have to come back. I said, I was here for 3 hours. And then she literally sped off and she crashed her wheelchair into like 3 different things, which I found funny. But yeah, that's something my brother would do. They all play the card.
That's kind of hard to be to tear off in a wheelchair, like especially if you're in an argument. You're like, I've had it with you, and you turn and you walk.
She drifted right into a table. Yeah. I said
she hit stuff.
She hit. It was hilarious. I really shouldn't laugh, but I did, Dean.
Well, yeah, you can because you've been abused for many years by your brother in a wheelchair. So
thank you.
I got your back, Nicky.
I appreciate that. We're back, Dean.
We're back. We're
3
back.
weeks.
Oh my gosh! First, I want to apologize to all of our listeners.
But thank you for your nasty messages. I read all of them. I only get the where are you guys? Where have you been? We're here and we're back.
How many nasty messages?
I saw
one nasty message.
There was a lot of.
About,
it wasn't nasty. It's nice to have listeners.
It is.
And
Adam made a comment about a baby in a do-rag or something like that. Somebody took umbrage with that.
Oh, somebody. Yeah, and if you're leaving a review, my grandmother reads those, so please just write nice things.
Clean it up.
Clean it up.
Clean it up.
Stop the hate.
She's a good Christian woman. Clean it up.
Yeah.
Catholic. Yeah.
Same shit.
Same shit.
Right.
Same shit.
Same relationship with the priest. That doesn't
We
change.
have so much to talk about. A lot has gone on in 3 weeks. I had to write stuff down.
I know.
Because I know that I would forget it.
Well, can we start off by saying that our show makes your mother-in-law uncomfortable, which I read on Us Weekly, which I honestly, Candy, I'm a big fan regardless. And it's not uncomfortable. We would love to have you on the show.
What show? What am I missing?
This show.
This show?
Yes.
No, but make your mother-in-law uncomfortable. Oh, is that what we're calling the show?
No, I was saying that Candy said that the show makes her uncomfortable.
Oh. I thought you were talking about a show called Make Your Mother-in-Law Uncomfortable. I thought it was a new reality show.
It's a docuseries. Candy is talking about the trauma that the show has caused her.
I thought it was a new reality show.
Her and my mom and Brie, they all got together.
You swap mother-in-laws and you cook bacon in the nude or something. It's like try and make her uncomfortable.
That would be a great show. QVC, TLC, if
anybody listening out there, any producer, anybody who'd be interested in that, make my mother-in-law uncomfortable. That's what I thought you were talking about.
No, I honestly, I wish I was.
It was during the Oscars, and my mother-in-law, Candy Spelling, was at the Byron Allen charity Oscars event that he hosts. Great guy. He's such a nice guy. The last time that we saw Byron, we were at the Four Seasons having dinner. And
that's how every good story starts, by the way. If your story doesn't start with dinner at the Four Seasons, save it. We don't want to hear it.
And you know what? He came over and he said hi to everybody. And he said, I'll never forget your dad and all the great things that he did for me. And then when our check came, it was taken care of by Byron Allen. Wow. He was like, and he was still there. And he said, so we thanked him profusely. He's like, you didn't have to do it. He said, no, I had to. I mean, all the things that Mr. Spelling did for me. It's just a little gratitude that I could buy you guys dinner.
Wow.
And he's super successful, such a smart guy.
Yeah. Byron, if you're listening, I eat at the local Applebee's. If you'd like to pick up the tab, it's a lot cheaper.
Chili's. We go to Chili's all the time.
No, you don't.
The kids love Chili's.
We're going to Chili's.
The kids
the
love
salsa,
Chili's.
I might as well just put a straw in and drink it.
I've never had the salsa.
The bottomless chips and salsa, and if you have the app, it's free. The salsa that they give you, I could put a straw in and drink it. It's so good.
What do you mean? If you have the
Chili's, the Chili's mobile app, you get the free chips and salsa.
I smell a sponsor for the show.
Yeah, Chili's. If you're listening,
Daddy issues. We know what's cooking.
I love it. I used to have my birthday party there when I was in middle school.
Really? That's adorable. No, the kids love it because they have the little handheld. A lot of restaurants have that handheld thing. The Olive Garden.
Yeah.
Which is another favorite of ours.
Another handheld.
They have little things, but
Yeah.
they love the food. So that's a whole other show.
I know.
That's a
I'm
whole
sorry, I
other
got
show.
so excited. I got lost in the moment for a second.
But making your mother-in-law uncomfortable. I'm sure I've done that plenty of times with this show, and I think just my mere existence might have embarrassed her at some point in some of the things I've done in my life or what Tori and I have done.
Do you think it could have been the ponytail you were wearing the other night?
I don't think. No, I think it has. I think it has to do with.
You looked like Tweety Bird in a
A
much more adorable way. If Tweety Bird got some tattoos on a motorcycle, that was you with the little
I look like.
ponytail.
Did you ever see the episode, the Dr. Jekyll and Hyde Tweety Bird episode on Looney Tunes?
I haven't.
And he drinks the cocktail that turns him into Hyde.
Oh.
And he becomes this big, huge Tweety Bird. That's what I look like.
So it was inspired, is what you're saying?
It was inspired, yeah, by a Looney Tunes episode, which is what I pull from my life. I pull from
Yeah,
Looney Tunes
me too.
for a lot of inspiration from my life.
Especially when I hit myself in the head with a hammer or something. They just hear boom right over
Or
the
when I
top.
walk around with a ladder on my shoulder.
Yeah. I like that.
Yeah. So I made my mother-in-law uncomfortable. I'm sure because we talk about like sex stuff and
Candy, I hope it wasn't me talking about masturbating while crying. If so, I'm so sorry.
yeah, she didn't mention anybody else from the show, did she? Like,
No.
She could easily be offended by you, Nikki. Easily.
I hope so.
But she wasn't. But
I'd be flattered, Candy.
let's have her on the show to talk about it.
Candy, come on, Daddy Issues. Bring one of your adorable pantsuits. I'll wear one of mine.
You have to.
I will. It'll be a
If-
pants
if-
off.
If I can get Candy to do the show, I don't think she would, but if I could get Candy to do the show, you have to wear a matching pantsuit or just a pantsuit, period.
Candy, if you're listening and are comfortable right now, you wear your Chanel. I'll wear mine. See you at the
Whoa.
Comedy Store.
Well, Nikki's thrown down the rhinestone gauntlet. There you have it. Nikki Paris has issued.
I throw it down and then I sit on
Issued
it.
a challenge to Candy Spelling to come on Daddy Issues and
Yes.
talk with.
I'll have macaroons. It'll
her
be like we're in
son-in-law,
France.
and
with
maybe
Nicky
she'll
Paris.
adopt you.
Maybe.
Maybe
I would love that.
She loves.
I bet you she knows a
loves-
good esthetician.
She loves her
from
gays.
years.
She has some lovely John and Ivan, this gay couple that are absolutely adorable. And
I could see her being tapped into the gay mafia.
Oh, totally.
Yeah.
Totally, yeah.
The gay mafia is what you really have to be careful for because you could be going into like a nail salon and just get stabbed with a pair of tweezers right in.
Oh, is that the mode of?
Yeah.
Or like, I guess they don't. I was like strangled with like Dior stockings or something.
Well, that's a way to do it.
Is that Like,
If you wanted to kill me
if-
with Dior stockings, I'd kind of be flattered. I wouldn't want to like stain them with my blood.
right? Because I mean, you could reuse them,
Right. If you have a good dry cleaner.
They're Dior. Does Dior make stockings? Did I make a good
Yeah.
call on that?
Yeah,
Is it for a
they
straight
do.
dude?
And they're made with like crystals. They're like 10. Rihanna wore a pair of like stockings. I'm not sure if they were Dior, but they were one of the designers. And they have like crystals up the leg. They're very expensive.
I was gonna say that not in the crotch part because that would
No.
that would.
But with the glamour of that too.
Or I mean, you know how they make pearls,
Right.
right? You need a clam, so you never know. You wear Dior stockings with
The chicken of the
crystals,
sea.
and you get a pearl in your hooch. I guess it's one way to make a pearl.
Didn't you miss us? Everybody, we're back.
We're back.
We're back with the
We're
Pearl Talk.
Back. Okay, so Nikki's issued the Candy Spelling challenge to come on the show.
And you have another new family member.
I have another new family member. Tori and I, we guest hosted Entertainment Tonight. That aired on Valentine's Day.
My parents watched it.
Oh, God bless.
My parents were like, they were so cute. And then I think they role played that night as Tori and
Did
Dean.
they? Did they? That's hilarious.
Can you imagine?
That's hilarious. I kind of got a visual. I see your dad in that red leather jacket I wore. How fabulous was that jacket?
I know.
That
I know.
that
You
was-
really do have it. We were talking about that before we started, that you have such a better sense of style than me.
I disagree.
You really do. You make me look bad.
I think you have great style. I look daily. I'm like a jeans and t-shirt guy, but then when I have to do something, I'll pull out some. But I mean, you can't go wrong. That was a birthday present that I got when T and I were in New York. It's a John Varvatos leather jacket. You can't go wrong with John Varvatos. I mean, come on.
I know.
John Varvatos is my favorite.
You
John,
look stylish.
John, if you're listening,
You know who also
I'd
found you
love to have John
attractive?
Varvatos on the show.
The new dog.
The new. Okay, so yeah, I'm getting sidetracked here. This, I'm so excited to be here.
The fashion, me too.
I'm so excited
Me
to be
too.
here.
You know, we're two very depressed people, so we just get to come in a room and let it all out. I should have bought streamers. That's what this moment needs.
Right.
I'm sorry, the dog.
The dog.
The dog.
Okay, so we Tori and I co-host Entertainment Tonight on Valentine's Day. So we get there and we're going through a grooming and stuff like that. And the stage manager comes in and says, hey, we've got a bunch of puppies here from Paw Works, which is a rescue, and there was a pit bull mama there who had 10 babies. Not all 10 of them were there. They only had 3 of the babies there, and then they had 2 little chihuahuas, but they were all up for adoption. And the first thing I said out of my mouth, I looked at Tori and I said, no way in hell. No. We've got 2 dogs. We've got pigs. We've got bearded dragons. We've got a guinea pig. No more dogs. Stage manager comes in with his phone and gives it to Tori and scrolling through the pictures of all the dogs that are up for adoption.
Is it like a dog Tinder that you...
Even better. Like
better,
they were all adorable. Like all adorable. The little, and I'm not a little dog fan, but the little puppy chihuahuas are adorable.
No, I can't see you a little dog.
And I've always wanted a big dog. So we finish our grooming. I put my foot down. We're not getting another dog. We go on set. Tori goes to get mic'd. She comes back, and guess who I'm holding?
Your new dog.
The dog that she pointed to and said, that's the one. So she knew which one I would pick.
And she loves animals, so I feel like there's no talking her out of it.
I swore up and down I'd never get another dog. And I looked at her. He was in my arms like a baby. He's part Staffordshire Terrier, German Shepherd, and St. Bernard. He's 10 weeks old, and he's probably 30 pounds already.
Can I be honest with you?
He's going to be huge. And he's in my arms like a baby, and he kind of looks like me, and I fell in love with him. And I said, we got to take this
You
dog.
fell in love with the dog because he reminded you of you. That's something that I would never say. That's really sick.
Not in... I know, that's creepy, right? When I said it out loud, I was like, you shouldn't have said that. That was... No.
And I always do say that.
But it's funny, because...
You remind me of me.
Tori said,
"See, it's Lori."
Tori was really. He does look like you. I'm not surprised that you picked that dog. We'll post pictures. You'll see.
You'll see. Frank. Do we know if it's Frank?
His name is Beso right now, which I don't hate. It's kind of cute. Kiss, right?
Yeah.
Beso.
Yeah, that's what that means.
But we have a little dog, a little tiny dog named Musso. And everybody, when they find out his name is Musso, they're like, hey, where's Frank? Because of the iconic Musso and Frank's restaurant here in Hollywood.
I love that restaurant.
And I can't believe, shame on you. Shame on you. Nicky doesn't know Musso and Frank's.
Now I do. Can I be honest with you? When animals are going extinct, I think they're all at your house. I think people just need to check. They're like, these animals, there's 2 left. Nope, they're all in Dean and Tori's backyard.
The McDermott spelling rescue.
It's amazing what you're doing. You're keeping these animals. They're repopulating.
Thank you.
It's like the fucking set of Madagascar every time.
It is. It's crazy. It is crazy. And I swear up and down we'd never get another dog. But I fell in love with this little guy. So we're like, yeah, it'd be so cute. And we're thinking of the Instagram, because Musso and Frank, because Musso is tiny and Frank is going to be, he's going to be a 100-pound dog. So it'd be so adorable as Musso.
It's going to be fun to clean up after.
But I don't know if he looks like a Frank.
I think you also said Oscar. He does kind of look.
He kind of looks like an Oscar. Murray.
You can't ask me because I would name a dog Snowflake or Sprinkle. Something.
Yeah, I like. We have an Arthur, the senior dog that we rescued. His name is Arthur.
Well, what a snooze! Who you named the dog Arthur?
Oh, when you see Arthur, you're like, oh, I get it.
Is he a butler? Because that's what I picture when I hear Arthur.
No, when I think of Arthur, I think of Dudley Moore.
I actually think of the cartoon,
the cackling
Arthur.
drunk.
Does he do that?
Do you want a sniffer sandwich? We're going for a sniffer sandwich.
I just don't know how many more animals you could have.
I don't
God
know
bless
either.
You.
I don't. But
God bless you all.
This is because we've never had a puppy. We've always rescued older dogs.
And how old is Frank / Oscar?
He's 10 weeks old. So he's a puppy. So we're in for like the peeing and the pooing and the chewing of everything, and so we got to go through that. But he's adorable.
He's
beautiful.
It's a beautiful dog.
He's a big dog, and we'll post pictures. Make sure you follow me at I'm Dean McDermott and follow Tori at Tori Spelling, and of course follow Nicky at
Nicky Paris
Nicky
Bitch.
Paris Bitch.
You didn't even know.
No,
I love
did.
it.
No, I did. But
And
It's
if you
so
want an
funny.
exclusive first look at Frank, which is my middle name.
But we can't post any pictures until after Monday because
I don't even have any pictures.
because our new dog is making his acting debut. Yes, he is going to be on a Hallmark show, Tales of Joy, which will be airing on Monday tonight at 10 p.m., 9 Central on Hallmark. That's Tales of Joy. Our boy, Beso, will be making his acting debut.
In 10 weeks, he has a better acting career than us.
He's got more on his resume than I do.
Really.
And listen, Hallmark, now that you have my puppy son on the show, can you throw some work his dad's way? I've done so many Hallmark shows for you guys. Come
I
on.
love Hallmark.
Me too.
I love the Hallmarks and the Lifetimes. Ooh.
Yeah.
You know my favorite's an Amish Murder.
Is that really a show?
Yes. Oh,
I got
Amish
and Amish Murder?
And a couple years ago,
I have to watch it.
Lifetime hired me to shoot some commercials for their Britney Ever After campaign, and I was in front of the Lifetime staff, and I let them all know every single one of you was robbed from an Oscar for an Amish Murder. That film, the chills.
Really? I have to see it.
The opening scene with
murders-
the horse and boogie. No.
The horse and boogie?
The horse and buggy. I meant to say buggy. The horse and buggy of it all. But there's a murder in the town. There's an Amish girl, and she's raised her, and she leaves the community. And if you know the Amish, once you leave, you're shunned. And she's a detective. And then there's a murder in the Amish village. So she has to come back as a detective, but nobody will talk to her because she left. Chills.
I have to see it.
When I
I'm
tell you the
intrigued.
chills, that's my dream night.
But does everything happen during the day? Because if they shot it at night, you can't see anything. They don't have electricity.
Yeah,
Right?
no, there was a crank made of wood that created some fire or something. Yeah,
Jebediah has to get on the
yeah,
bike and generate
Jebediah.
power.
You know I want to be Amish.
I didn't know that.
Jebediah Paris. I think that's the happier version of me that I think maybe someday I'll get to
An
become.
Italian Amish.
An Italian churning the butter, babe.
Jebediah. I don't know. Ezekiel?
Jebediah Paris.
Jebediah.
And, well, you know, and
Jebediah
sometimes,
Paris, bitch.
and if I just want to dip my toe in that pond, I'll go to the Cracker Barrel. Because to me, I associate going to the Cracker Barrel with being Amish.
Really? I always thought that was kind of like,
I used to always go to the Cracker Barrel in Lancaster, Pennsylvania.
I thought it was kind of white trashy. And I can say that because I'm white trash.
How dare you? I don't know if you've had the biscuits with apple butter.
Oh,
They are to die for.
I've never been to a Cracker Barrel. When we
I can't believe you just said white trash. After I fuck my cousin, I always go to the Cracker Barrel. How dare you?
You're highfalutin. You go to eat afterwards. I just go
You
back.
don't?
I go back to my trailer.
He's like, I'm gonna go eat some Cheetos on the side of the road.
Cheese whiz and Ritz, baby.
Wait, you don't eat after sex?
Cereal.
Really?
I'm a big cereal.
Is that a thing? 'Cause
I love cereal.
You know, it's rare that
So
I have
after-
sex, but I like to eat after.
Yeah, no, yeah.
Because then,
We'll-
and now my
we'll-
top is on,
We'll
so I'm
tuck-
like nobody
yeah,
has to
I'll
see
tuck
me.
into a bowl of mini wheats.
Yeah.
Or
Yeah, is
Yeah.
that the cereal you like, mini wheats?
I like mini wheats. I like Honey Nut Cheerios, and I like chocolate Chex.
Good for your heart.
Yeah. 2 of those are gluten free, so I try to stick to the gluten free.
That's good. So no Lucky
Chex.
Charms or anything like that.
I love Lucky Charms, but
I just like the marshmallows.
they give me a bit of a stomach ache, and
No.
they turn my poo green. That's
Happy.
too much information.
No, I don't think it's enough actually,
But
because
it-
we just got in your shrubbery, which
But
I really.
it's so funny. I thought it was only me.
Would you say it's this color green?
No, a light green.
Lighter.
But it's, yeah. And I think it's the food coloring in the marshmallows or something. But it happened to Liam. Liam's like, Dad, my poo's green. I'm like, did you eat Lucky Charms? He's like, yeah. I'm like, it's the Lucky Charms.
If you want a picture of Dean's poop, you could email daddyissueshow@gmail.com.
Follow me on Snapchat.
And if it's
That's too much information. You don't need
no,
to
I don't
hear
think it's
that
enough.
on a Monday.
I don't think it's. Please, I'm
You
sure
don't-
they'll tell us in the reviews.
You don't need to hear that on a Monday. But speaking of eating after sex, somebody got some action lately.
Yeah,
Just recently.
I did. And
Was
you
it
know,
on Valentine's Day?
No, unfortunately, I watched Frozen 2 and went to bed early and cried. I started taking CBD, so I was like basically Anna Nicole Smith over the weekend. I'm new to the CBD. I'm the host on Aladdin talk show, and we interviewed some girl who had CBD, so she gave me the products, and I've been taking it at night because I want to sleep longer.
Right.
And I've been having crazy dreams.
Oh, the dreams are
The
bonkers.
I had a sex dream. It was horrible. And whenever I have a sex dream, it's never about like Brad Pitt or, it's always the fucking cashier at Jack in the Box who I always see. Like and I'm telling you, I've had sex dreams with people who work in the fast food industry that I know, and I have to see them again. And I'm like, oh, I'm giving them the card, and I'm thinking when they pipe me over the counter.
That's so funny.
I had a sex dream.
More often than
I'll
not.
tell you off the air who it was with. When
often,
you hear it, you're going to be like, oh, no.
More often than not, when you have a sex dream, it's someone in the fast food industry.
Yeah, that's how Wendy got her start.
Wow. Have you ever done Wendy? Like, who have you done?
Have
you done Jack?
Just Dave from KFC. No, Dave was from Wendy's.
Dave.
The Colonel Sanders, but that was quick.
Dave Thomas, the Colonel.
Yeah, I miss. You know what? I have to tell you, Wendy's hasn't been the same since Dave died. The new look over Dave's dead watch.
But how has the food changed? I don't care about the new look and stuff like that, but it's as long as, because I love a good single with cheese, no pickle, no onion.
Somebody who claims like design, and it's interesting. You don't like the new aesthetic at Wendy's.
I don't care if the food's good. I don't care what the joint looks like.
All right. No reason to yell. Well, I had sex. That's where we're going. I'm sorry. I'm so excited.
See, that's why I have to start writing this stuff.
I know.
Sex.
We're too excited to be here,
Nicky.
Dean. I hope you can
so.
feel our excitement through
my
your
gosh,
speakers.
It feels so good to be here.
In your cars. It does.
I just wish it wasn't an hour drive for me to get here.
I know.
It's like 5 minutes for you. It takes an hour for me to get
like
here.
15.
That's my level of commitment to the show.
People. So that's why you got to leave us 5 stars.
I talk about green poo from Lucky Charms, and I drive an hour.
I want to let you know that you are so brave for opening up about the color of your stool.
Thank you. Don't cry, because I'll cry.
I won't, Dean. That must have been really hard for you to let that information out today.
It was.
So I got piped.
I promise I wasn't going to do it.
And everybody, if you listen to the show, you know the boys torture me because I'm such a prude. I have sex like once a year, and that time came this year.
Believe it.
And it wasn't great, honestly. I would 200% be the spouse that gets cheated on because I really only do one position. I just lay there. They have to like check for a pulse.
Yeah, it's called rigor mortis.
Yeah. Wait, what is that?
Rigor mortis is when stiffness...
I thought you were going to say rigatoni.
No.
I was like, yes, long and hard.
No, rigor mortis is what happens when a body starts to stiffen up after it's dead.
Thank you, Dean. But I'm sure you're right. I lay there like a sack of potatoes. So I still am not feeling sexual.
Doggy rigor mortis.
Yeah, and the person, I don't want to say all the details that you know, but he said the most romantic thing after. He goes, "Can we keep this between us?"
Aw.
Isn't that sweet?
Where's the ring? Where's the ring?
No, keep it between us. Like, don't tell people. You think that's sweet?
No, but I thought he was gonna
like all of a sudden I look like Shrek. You know what? I have a great body that I work very hard for.
And apparently a big
brajol. I have big brajol and even bigger areolas. So I'm really damaged, as you all know. I'm really broken in a lot of ways.
Are we talking Denny's silver dollar?
We're talking about the Denny's Grand Slam, honey. All right.
Wow.
The eggs.
It wasn't great. Why wasn't it great?
Can I say something that I think this is maybe a little too vulnerable and a little too crazy? I've only been rammed. I've never had given it to somebody.
Okay.
And I think that maybe I'm not into
receiving.
Yes.
That's fair.
Because I was just thinking about it. I was just holding onto the wall with sweat dripping down my face. And I said, I really should make better choices. I was really not enjoying myself. And then I'm a sweater, as you know. So it was really I looked like a swamp creature that emerged.
So, okay. So you need to figure out if you're a catcher or a pitcher, if you're a bottom or a top. And so far, you've been...
I don't know how we got into this, and I'm so sorry.
No. That's the beauty of daddy issues.
There's such an allure when you come into the...
We go all over the place. So, is it something that you crave? You're like, oh, that feels really good?
Nope.
No.
I was, I was sick for a little bit, so I was cooped up in my apartment.
Right. So
and I just said...
a little vulnerable.
You know this feeling.
Some human
I
interaction.
said, I'm in the mood to do something crazy. And for me, that was crazy.
But once a year, Nicky, you're obviously not enjoying it.
But enjoyable for them because I'm like, having sex with a high schooler that just turned 18.
Nicky, Nicky, my boy. We need a landline.
We need to get sex with Emily in here. We need to get Dr. Emily.
We do.
Yes, we do.
We do. We need to get Dr. Emily in here.
I wish I had her number. I'd love to FaceTime her right now.
We have to.
She'd be proud of me. I know. I should have tweeted her. That should.
We were going to show swap.
Yeah.
She was going to come and host our show, and we were going to go host her show, which we should still do.
I blame myself because before I even got the wash rag, I should have tweeted her and been like, guess what I just did?
Yeah, you should have. You should have just called into her show during Emily, I'm getting rammed right now, and I really don't like it. What should I do?
Emily, I know I sound like I'm on the treadmill,
but I'm not.
I'm not. 'Cause there's usually no tears involved when you're on the treadmill.
We need
So-
we need some professional help. We need to go and see Dr. Emily again.
Thank you. Thank you. I know. I really
Yes.
somebody really messed me up along the way. So
Yes.
yeah, that was my day. Did you have a nice Valentine's Day?
I had a lovely Valentine's Day.
Oh, yeah?
I had a lovely Valentine's Day. We did Entertainment Tonight. We co-hosted. We had a lovely time, and then we went to our favorite place afterwards. We had about an hour to ourselves before we had to go home for the kids, and we went to Monty's Steakhouse.
How was it?
Fabulous.
Yeah.
Always fabulous. It's a Hollywood staple, even though this one was in Woodland Hills.
How do you get your steak?
How do I like
How do you get it cooked?
medium rare
And how's Tori
or
like it?
blue, depending on the cut.
What do you mean blue?
Blue rare is
Like blue balls?
No, they sear it on each side, and it's just room temperature in the middle. It's like
Oh.
you do it with a nice fillet that doesn't have a lot of fat.
Okay.
Yeah, and it's mwah. It's like
How does T like her steak?
medium rare.
Okay, and you both okay.
How do you like your steak?
Well done.
Oh,
With ketchup. Well, that was when I was a kid, but I still like it like that.
But like at a nice steakhouse,
yeah,
like you wouldn't go to Monty's,
like Peter Luger's.
and you'll eat well done.
I'm a well done type of guy, yeah. But because you know what, I don't like the blood of it all, and I don't like fatty. I don't like the fat on it. The look of disappointment.
I'm good with medium.
Yeah, but I know. Well,
Try medium.
but isn't it better for your heart to eat well done?
I don't know about that because, you know, well done is on the grill longer, and there's
Do your kids eat the
carcinogen-
steak medium well done, or they eat it medium well done?
Liam, blue rare.
Blue rare.
Yeah.
Wow. What a man.
Depending on where we are.
What a
and
man.
depending on the cut of steak. Like if we go to Monty's, he'll have a blue rare. But like if we go somewhere else, it's medium rare. Yeah, I'm so impressed. And Stella's the same. All Finn and they're all medium rare across the board.
Wow.
Yeah. So you got to back it up medium.
In a lot of ways.
A lot of ways. You got to stop backing it up.
Yeah, right.
You got to back it
Well,
up.
not until 2021. I'm
gotta,
good.
You got to back it up
I'm
on
not
your
back.
steak
Yeah, right.
doneness.
Okay.
Okay. So how did God we get
I don't know.
have
We get really
ADD.
excited. I
swear
know.
we have
But
ADD.
honestly, I feel like that's a good question. You're welcome, listeners. I feel like I would want to know what Tori and Dean type how they get their steak. That's like the quality.
Yeah. Well, hey, you know what?
Yeah.
How do you like your steak done? For our listeners,
Well done.
hit us up on Instagram. Let us
Yeah,
know.
let us know when you get on the George Foreman, the grill, not the person. You're like, how am I gonna cook this meat?
Have you ever used a George Foreman?
Once because I you know what I make really good because I don't cook at all. I'm really good at making Lipton pasta sides on the stove when you like pour the pasta with the powder.
Yeah.
No one can make that like me. And then I make quesadillas.
With that in it?
No.
Oh, okay.
Can you imagine?
thought we were doing
That'd be really fucked up. No, but
because in my cookbook, The Gourmet Dad by Dean McDermott, I do a spaghetti
on sale now.
I do a spaghetti and meatball sandwich.
No.
Yeah, it's delicious.
No way.
Spaghetti and meatball
With
sandwich.
what type of bread?
A nice, fresh, fluffy roll.
Wow.
Yeah.
And how much? Okay, so is it like a meatball cut in half, or the meatballs like sliced? Like how do you?
Meatballs cut in half, or
Okay.
depending on how big they are, right? Or quartered. So you get like, you don't have this overwhelming meatball. So you have like bread, sauce, pasta, and meatball in every bite.
I'm not doubting it. I'm telling you, as somebody who doesn't cook, how do you keep the spaghetti in there without falling out?
Well, you use spaghetti for
Okay.
starters, right? So it's all meshed and intertwined, so it stays in the bun. Just
Really?
think of like a roll about yay big, split down the middle, not cut all the way through, put in the spaghetti, sauce, meatballs, some melted cheese.
Huh.
It's delicious because you eat bread when you eat
No,
pasta.
I'm intrigued. I would definitely.
right?
Yeah, I would try that.
The kids love it
Wow. Now, what struck you when you came up with that idea?
because I have kids. I thought, what? Because that's the whole thing about my cookbook. A lot of people don't know I have a cookbook out. It's called The Gourmet Dad by Dean McDermott, and it's awesome. What I do is I make a gourmet meal for the grown-ups, and with a little creativity and imagination and some ingredient omissions, I make it kid-friendly.
Wow.
Like I'll take onions out, I'll take garlic, I'll take spice out, and I'll make it fun. So I have a recipe for a really nice spaghetti and meatballs, and then I turned it into a sandwich.
What else do you have
for
in the
kids.
cookbook?
What else do I have?
Like, what? Give me your top 3 favorite dishes that you make in the cookbook.
Oh, my top 3 dishes. My strawberry peppercorn cheesecake.
Ooh,
Delicious.
I love cheesecake.
Delicious. Absolutely delicious. I do a awesome burger. It's called Dino's Burger, and it's got ground beef, ground sausage, capicola, prosciutto, mortadella. It's like a real nice like Italian-y burger. It's really good.
Wow. Yeah, that does sound like a really good Italian burger.
I do. Oh, they're all so good. I'm trying to think of a good chicken one. Oh, one of my favorite dishes is I call it's just a brick chicken, and you take the spine out of a chicken and you lay it flat, and you brine it overnight, and you lay lemons down on the grill. You lay the chicken, which is now flattened out because I took the spine out, and you put it on. You got to use charcoal. You got to use like an old-fashioned barbecue and grill it.
Does that give it that blackened taste?
You put bricks on it.
Yeah,
to
okay.
hold it down to keep it flat, and you flip it and char the skin and the outside. You put the bricks on it. Oh, it's so good.
Ooh.
It's so good.
Wow.
I have to give you one of my cookbooks.
I'm still waiting for the pancakes on my face.
Well,
Don't think I forgot.
The cookbook the cookbook came out when the affair happened, and it killed the cookbook. It killed the cookbook because, I was an asshole.
Well, I want the spaghetti and meatball sandwich to live on. It's not dead. We should do a cooking video and make it.
Oh,
because I don't cook, so it's basically
next episode. I'm going to bring in a cookbook and we'll go through.
I would love that, please, because I don't cook at all. So I really should. It'd be a lot more financially smart if I do. But I like the ambiance of eating out. I'm a spender. I like to spend money.
Yeah, you're also single, right? You're a young single guy. So,
dare you?
No, because
No,
when I was 27,
right.
I never cooked at home. Or
I wish I was straight. If I had a girlfriend that would take care of me.
I was working in the restaurant
or my mother.
I was working in the restaurant industry, cooking. So
yeah,
But no, enjoy your eating out and stuff. But you should just maybe once a week. Once a week, cook at home.
I know.
I'm gonna bring you in a cookbook.
Okay. Yeah. No, I would really love that.
It's such a good cookbook, and it turned out so beautiful. The photography in it, the recipes are amazing.
I hope that it's just like you in a fucking smock. Topless, just showing off the guns, stirring a batter. Is it a little? Because if I did a cookbook, I'd make it a little sexy. Just me, have a little ego.
Yeah, why not?
Like just me naked with
cooking is sexy. I mean,
yeah.
I made lamb chops on Valentine's, and T was just
somebody listening in Oregon just creamed.
I made a beautiful rack of lamb on Valentine's Day. I was gonna pull it up and show you.
I know. I was like, are you getting the recipe?
I made 2 beautiful racks of lamb, and they were so good. And
I'm sure it must
just
be so romantic to have a guy that cooks for you. Yeah, and you do the cleaning too after?
I'm pretty good. I clean while I cook because
that's how out of the way.
That's how I was trained, right? Like if you're in the restaurant industry or if you've gone through cooking school, you cook as you clean, or else you end up with this huge mess, which is how my wife cooks.
Yeah, that's how I would do it too. Because then you're tired. Because then you have the food coma.
Yeah, and then you're like, oh, and then you're looking at this pile of dishes, and you're like, if you cook as you go, you're looking at a much smaller pile.
Very strategic.
Yeah.
I like that.
Yeah, that's how I roll.
That's how you should.
That's how I roll. So I'm so excited we talked about the cookbook.
I know.
It was a labor of love, and it's just it never got the chance that it deserved. You know what? I should start a relaunch on it. And
yes, and do cooking videos.
I did something, as we all know, was fucking stupid, and not only did it almost end my beautiful relationship, but it killed my career. It killed my my cookbook, and it killed my relationship with the Food Network and the cooking channel, because I was going down that path pretty good. I had a lot of success.
I don't think it's too late
in that area. And Tori says the same thing. She's like, people love when you cook and when you do that stuff. So
I think it just adds another layer of charm.
But it confuses people in this town because they're like, wait a second. Are you a chef? Are you an actor? Are you a reality guy? Are you a stand-up comedian? Are you a boxing trainer? Like they don't know. They don't know what to do with someone who
That's
wears
when everybody, though.
a lot of hats. No, I know. I mean, we talked about it before. They did it with Bryan Cranston, Malcolm in the Middle. It's like, you can't be serious. You can't do Breaking Bad, and then he does it, and he's amazing, and then he's like, I want to do comedy. And like, you can't do comedy. You're a Breaking Bad guy. Like, fuck.
Luckily, my brand, everybody knows I can't do anything. So it really...
No, it's
so
just
that's how I handle that.
mini-minded. Like, I love people who are multifaceted.
Yeah, same.
You know?
Because it shows you have expertise in different areas, and you could do other things.
And I love, like, I call it cross-casting, which I learned from one of my acting coaches years ago, David Rotenberg, was like, casting you as the serial killer. I was like, no, Nicky's such a sweet boy. Like, he's...
Do I remind you of a serial killer?
No, but that's why I get a lot of these parts, right? Because I was like, oh,
yeah, you do. You play a lot of villains.
Me as the villain.
It's either the hunky, like, man, the hunky soulmate in the love movie, or it's the fighter.
Yeah, but I like that. I much rather play...
I'm surprised because you're not even Hawaiian. For the roles that you play.
I don't know that. My 23andMe's not back.
TBD.
TBD. Yeah, so I love putting people in places that you would like, oh, that's, really surprising.
Yeah.
No,
it's intriguing to me. It is.
Yeah.
Just
So
especially
Hollywood,
'cause I don't
get
cook.
your head out of your ass. I mean, come on.
I think we should have a cook-off. Me, you, and Giada and Adam.
I love
and
Giada.
T. Same.
I love Giada. I met her years ago at the LA Food and Wine, and she, again, one of the highlights is like she was swamped, right? Oh, we were in the step and repeat, and there's me, then there's Scott Conant and Giada, and I was just like, oh my god, it's Scott Conant. Oh my god, it's Giada. I was like,
She's tiny, right?
teeny, tiny, and I was like, I met Scott, right? Because we were side by side, on the step and repeat, and I'm like, Scott, I'm a big fan. Da da da. He's like, oh yeah, hey Dean, he knew who I was. Like, fuck, that's amazing. And we talked, and I went to his restaurant here in LA, and anyway, blah blah blah.
I heard it through the grapevine, allegedly, that Giada has a sex addiction, which I think. I mean, I don't think it's fair because I think how could one person have it all?
I don't know. When she was blowing me, she didn't want to have sex with me, so I don't know if I got nothing there, nothing to tell you on that.
That was the day they cooked sausage and peppers.
But then because she knows Scott, she heard Scott talking, and she turned and she looked past Scott. She's like, Dean, and I was like, you know me? That was like so cool. Same thing with Dave Grohl. Dave Grohl,
From the Foo Fighters.
From the Foo Fighters, yeah. He's like, Dean, how you doing? I'm like, what?
Embrace it, baby.
It's so cool.
You gotta get him a cookbook.
The Dave Grohl Rock and Roll Cookbook.
Yeah.
He's such a fun dude. I saw him at Nick Lachey's.
He was on Chelsea Lately one night. That was the
he?
first, because I'm not from that generation, so it was the first that I've ever heard of him, but I was very entertained.
We went to Nick and Vanessa's Halloween party, and he was there with his wife, and they were dressed up as Cheech and Chong.
Really?
That was awesome.
What did you and Tori go as?
What do we go as? Oh, it was an 80s. It was a Fast Times at Ridgemont High party. So I did like an 80s rocker kind of guy with the bad, cut off denim shirt and spiky hair, feathered hair. Yeah. Yeah.
Right.
That was an awesome party.
My costume was depression this year.
Yeah. What did you guys?
Nothing. I didn't dress. This is the first year I didn't dress up. Because I had Caroline's, and then I don't know how you got on a plane and celebrated Halloween.
I had to.
I know.
I couldn't miss Halloween with the kids.
You do it all. Luckily, I don't have any kids.
Super.
They all my kids
Speaking
ended
of
up
kids,
on my back.
Speaking of kids, here's my daddy issue for this episode.
Oh yeah, this is a good one.
My kids won't brush their teeth. They're yellow and disgusting.
Now, have you showed them the rotting
And
that goes on?
Yes.
And what was the reaction?
Yes. They're like, oh yeah, that's bad. But then don't do anything about it. And their breath is so bad that it'll knock a buzzard off a shit wagon. It's so bad. I could smell it from across the room. It's like, you didn't brush your teeth. I'm like, no. I was like, get in there and brush your teeth. I don't get it because they're 7. Well, my 7-year-old and 8-year-old, Finn and Hattie, brush their teeth. It's the 11 and soon to be 13-year-old, which is what I don't get. And I've talked to other parents and like, yeah, I know it's just the age. And I'm like, when I was that age, I mean, if my teeth were yellow or my breath was bad, like that was not cool.
No, yeah.
Not cool.
I have to tell you, looking back, I'll call them. Looking back, I'm very self-conscious about teeth. I wish I had My teeth are good, but I wish
Nice teeth.
I want to be perfect. But looking back, I really regret. I wish I could go back to my middle school years when I was that age and floss like every single day, like I do now. I floss every night before I go to sleep now.
Yeah.
But like then, like and I was probably like them too. I was like, oh, who cares? I'm young, And I if I could go back, I would floss a little more.
Yeah, it's weird. I don't get it. And I had a friend in Toronto, and he's got this beautiful teeth. I'm like, dude, what? Are those veneers? He's like, no. He said, my mom would like literally put me in a headlock and brush my teeth twice a day.
What do you do? So like, do you have like a check every morning where you're like, okay, it's 9:00?
Constantly. I'm so tired of hearing my voice. Brush your teeth. Brush your teeth. Oh my God, look at your teeth. Oh your breast. I just like I don't get it. I don't get it.
It's the age. But they have to brush their teeth. You can't. I think that I know it's annoying, but you have to lay down the law.
Yeah,
they cannot not brush their teeth.
If you're like 3 or 4 cavities in,
yeah.
like,
have they had cavities yet?
Yeah.
Oh, I've never had a cavity.
One.
Proud of that.
I didn't have a cavity until I was. Oh no, I did have cavities.
I think I haven't yet.
Yeah, no, I had cavities when I was 12.
I go to Dr. Galligan in Staten Island, New York, and the last time he looked at my mouth, he said, "You never had a cavity. It's rare I see people with all their teeth."
You still don't?
No, I've never had a cavity.
That's amazing.
Thank you.
That's amazing.
Thank you. See, I have a lot going on. It's a shame
You
that
do.
nobody would love
You're
me.
a catch. Yeah, it really is. It's just another.
Never had a
thing to add.
cavity. I pay my taxes.
Please, listeners, go to Daddy Issues on Instagram and help me out on this one. Usually people write in or call in and ask me for advice. I'm asking you out there. My 11 and 12-year-old, soon to be 13-year-old, won't brush their teeth. Do you have the same problem? And what can I do to combat it?
Yeah.
Other than holding them down and brushing their teeth for them.
You might have to do that. It'll take you 10 hours with all the animals. You have to brush the dog's teeth too. You have a lot of brushing to do.
Oh my God, the dog's
You better get to work.
Oh God, I gotta brush the dogs. Yeah, the dog's breath is horrible.
I feel like if you're gonna do it, like go all in. Teach them to floss with the string and the pick.
Yeah,
I do
little
it all.
Bo loves brushing his teeth. He's got his little floss.
Bo is definitely like reincarnated from being like a fucking genius.
Okay, you know what? There's a picture on my phone, and I don't know if you can see it. It's my screensaver.
My God, those eyes!
And it's a picture from when we were in Lake Arrowhead, and he had his little
beanie on.
He had his little beanie slouchy hat on, and I looked at this picture one day.
He just looks like he needs a hacky sack.
And I was like, the first thing that came to my mind is, who are you? I know that look. I know that person.
Those eyes.
I
He's
know
so
that
cute.
person. So I was going through my photos the other day, and I came across a picture of my dad. Same eyes, same look. He's my dad.
Really?
He's my dad incarnate. And then I pulled up a side-by-side.
Was your dad a big golfer?
No, he was a big drinker. But no, it was funny. You know what? My dad was athletic. Like, he could hit a golf ball. But he never, I don't remember him going out golfing. The only golf story that I heard was my dad, I guess, had a set of golf clubs at some point in his life. Hence this story. The townhouses that we lived in, and as you know, being from the East Coast, you have a basement, right? So, because I slept in your basement. I know, East Coasters have basements. Californians don't have basements because of earthquakes. But we had a bed in the basement in the townhouse we grew up, and my dad came home with one of his buddies, and his buddy was a little too drunk to drive home, so he said, stay the night. So he slept downstairs in the basement. So a couple months go by, and my dad gets invited by another buddy to go and play golf. So he's like, yeah, sure. So he gets out on the golf course, and and I guess he lost a ball. So he goes into one of the pockets in his golf bag, and he pulls out a shitty pair of underwear.
No.
So the guy who passed out in the basement shit his pants and was like, what do I do with these? Oh, there's a golf bag. He stuck them in the golf bag.
Oh.
Yeah.
I thought he was going to say he ate one of the spaghetti meatball sandwiches.
No.
Just kidding.
He shit his pants. He tried a recipe from the Gourmet Dad. He shit his pants.
Wow.
Do you see that?
Oh, yeah. I could totally see it in the eyes.
Right?
Mm-hmm. He's
And
so
it'd
cute.
be better if I flip
And
it.
you've been taking him golfing a lot.
Yeah. He he's obsessed with golf. He is obsessed with golf. We watch it on TV. I take him to the range once a week, and he'll hit 4 large buckets of balls. I'll sit there and watch him, and out of a large bucket of balls, he'll miss maybe 5.
You know, if he ever needs any advice,
out of 50 shots, he'll miss 5.
Wow.
Yeah, he truly is a little phenom. And then he got to, we took him to the Genesis Open, which is going on right now, the final round right now. The leader is, were Rory McIlroy, Matt Kuchar, Adam Scott, and maybe Dustin Johnson was in there in contention. But we went on Thursday to the Riviera Golf Course, which is absolutely stunning. And we got the full access. It was so great. My manager, Patrick, thank you, hooked me up with Dave Cluin, who runs Tiger's TGR Foundation. And we got access to the suite at the 18th hole and the 14th hole. And Bo got to see Tiger Woods.
Wow.
And the look on his face, seeing Tiger Woods tee off and then watch him putt and watch his second, it was just, he was thrilled.
I can only imagine.
Thrilled, yeah. So I think he's going to be.
If Bo ever needs any advice.
If he keeps it up, he could be the next little Tiger Woods, because Tiger started at the same age.
Wow. If he ever needs any advice, I was really gifted at Mario Golf. I always won. Me and Princess Peach,
I'll let him know.
Nobody could touch me.
You know what's so funny? My son Jack would always play. He would choose Princess Peach in the baseball.
Too. That's how my dad knew I was gay.
Yeah,
I think he would always be like, "Why do you always have to be the girl?"
Yeah,
he's like, I relate with her.
He always picked Princess Peach.
Yeah,
and
always.
And my son Jack is gay, so maybe there's something to this. Oh, do you think he was gay before he started playing Mario baseball?
You in the Baptist community,
right?
Mario Kart made my son gay. Yeah,
maybe.
I was always Princess Peach. I was always Daisy. No questions asked.
There's nature or nurture, or Mario baseball.
And if you're listening and you used to play Super Smash Brothers, which I love, if you get to be Princess Peach, you got to be different outfits. So every fight I would change. My brother would be my poor brother, and because we would just play me and him, so I would always be Princess Peach with a different outfit. Sometimes I wore the white dress. Sometimes it was the green one.
What would your brother be?
He was always like Bowser,
or
like like one
I would be Bowser.
Yeah, Donkey Kong. Like
Jack
one
would be Princess Peach.
Yeah,
that's funny. That's funny. Okay, so we talked about Kid Heath.
I could talk about anything right now. I mean,
I know we talked about the golf with Tiger Woods. Oh, the cutest thing too. I don't know if Brooks Koepka. He's this big buff golfer. He was number 1.
I'll look him up.
2 years ago, he was number 1 in the PGA Tour. So after his round, he went back. Like, these guys are like super focused. After a round, they'll go to the range or they'll work on their putting, whatever needs to be worked on. So we just walked in, and I look and I'm like, oh my God, there's Brooks Koepka. He's on the putting green, like from here to the wall away. And I'm like, hey, Bo, do you recognize that guy from TV? And he's like, yeah. I said, that's Brooks Koepka. He's like, Brooks. Hey, Brooks. Hey, Brooks.
He said that?
And he was so focused on putting, and he was there with his swing coach and his putting coach. He was so focused. And Bo, literally for 4 minutes, was like, hey, Brooks. Hey, Brooks. It was the cutest, sweetest little thing until Brooks finally heard him, and he turned around and went, hey, little buddy, how are you? The smile on his face and his eyes, he was like, oh, hi, Brooks.
Oh, my God. That is so cute.
The cutest thing.
I can't wait to meet him someday.
Gosh. I can't believe you haven't met Bo yet.
I know. I haven't met the pigs yet either.
He's a sweet
That I'm not
boy.
complaining about.
The pigs are sweet too.
I bet.
They're sweet. But it was a great tournament, and they had a little kids putting area near the 14th hole. It was so great for him to see. It was his first golf course he's ever been on, because I've only taken him to the range. But to see Riviera and the history at Riviera is so deep and amazing. And for him to be there and see Tiger Woods, I was blown away. I mean, when you see these guys swing a golf club, it's magic. When you see these guys walk, like, they just have this grace and confidence that I've never seen before. It's really something to see. I lost you.
No, you didn't lose me.
Because I'm talking about golf.
No, you didn't lose me. I just was thinking about how bad. Truthfully, what I was thinking about was how bad I want to play mini golf right now. Something just somewhere I could eat a nice corn dog.
Mini golf is
What a funnel cake.
Mini golf is great. I think that's what we're gonna do for Bo's 3rd birthday, March
Really?
2nd. Yeah,
March 2nd.
March 2nd. Yeah,
It's Monday.
yeah. Because we asked him. Yeah, he wants to do something golf. He said, "What do you want to do for your birthday?" He's like, "Golf." He's obsessed.
What else would he do?
Watch it.
Yeah.
Golf or hockey.
It's his favorite thing.
Yeah,
You're raising a little lesbian.
and I love it.
I love it too.
It only took me 6 kids to get someone who's into sports.
Sports, yeah.
But I was thinking of broom ball, but he's a little too young for broom ball. Have you ever played broom ball?
Luckily, no.
Oh, you'd love
Do you have
it.
to play? Did you say already with the brooms, like making the broom stand up on their own?
Yeah. I tried that with my broom, but it's the one that's cut on an angle.
Okay.
You need a straight one, right?
Right,
Because
yeah.
I tried. I can't stand mine up. So, I know. I think it might be the conspiracy theorist in me is like, oh, it's a way to try and sell brooms.
You
Because
think?
if you have the angled broom, I'm like, now I got to go get a straight broom.
Straight broom to get in on the trend.
Yeah. Just to sell more brooms.
I made my cleaning lady do it. She killed it.
Did she do it?
She did an incredible job. Well,
But
I don't pick up a broom.
It has to do something with the gravitational pull or something, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay,
Something like that. I think people are using it as dildos.
I tried. But now I got to go and buy a new broom. I have to buy a new broom. Hence my theory. Okay. What else I want to talk about?
Do you have anything exciting coming up that you want to? Any shows?
No, I don't have any shows coming
Okay,
up.
they're coming.
I don't have
They're
any
coming.
shows coming
Well,
up.
your last show that you produced at Pickwick's Pub,
Was fantastic.
fantastic.
The best one yet.
The best one yet. And I'm loving that you're having your own comedy series.
The best one yet. And, aside from Caroline's in New York, it's the best I've ever seen Nicky.
Oh, me.
Like, he stepped in a big old pile of sassy on the way to Pickwick's, and he came and he brought it.
Thank
He
you. So did you.
Brought it. He was, no, I didn't.
Yes, you. People love. First of all, you seem to always forget this. That one of the first times we did Pickwick's Pub, some girl standing behind me goes, "I would really like to see more Dean and less of the other people." I was like, "I'm sitting right here. Like I heard you. Like over my brisket nachos, I had to be fucking insulted that night. So don't bullshit me. People love you. You know people.
That's very kind. But somebody told me, "Hey, look, it's your night. Why aren't you hosting?" And I went, well, because I took a page out of Adam's book. The dime is Adam's night, but Adam doesn't host. You always host. And I was like, okay, I guess, that makes sense.
Hosting's a pain in the ass.
Because I asked Adam, I said, why don't you host? He said, I do it once a week. So he's like, I just can't because I got to get all the
It's a lot of up and down. And honestly, too, for me, I only, Adam's show I love hosting. That's the only show I try and host. Outside of that, it's a lot up and down.
It's hard. It was my first night hosting, and
yeah,
I did not like it.
And you take the bullet as the host a lot of time because you're starting the show from nothing.
From nothing, you got to set the tone, and then if a comedian doesn't do well, you got to bring the crowd back up.
Yeah,
and you've always got to have a higher energy than whoever just performed. And I'm not an energy guy.
It's a pain in the ass.
Yeah,
it's nice to do a set because you get to stand in one place, you go up, you do your time, and then that's it. But the hosting, it's the up and down.
But some people love it, and you were really good at it.
Thanks.
Jessica and Sarah, who was there that night, she loves hosting. She said she'll host anytime. So I don't think I'll be hosting in the future.
No, you need to be the featured performer.
I think so. But we had great comedians. Crystal Marie was hilarious.
I love her.
Beautiful. Oh,
so hot.
She crushed.
That's what I look like that's what I think I look like.
When Nicky gets done up, he looks like
when I walk
Crystal
into,
Marie.
you walk into the club and everybody's like, "Oh, who's that hot fucking bitch?" That's what I think I look like.
You know who was awesome?
And not me.
I think you left.
I had another show.
Darren Carter.
Yes, I love. Who was our last guest?
Who was our last guest
before our hiatus?
Yeah, Darren said, "Hey, if I don't have anything going on that night, I'll stop by." And he did. He hit me up.
The party starter.
Hey. And man, Darren Carter, the party starter. Did he ever get the party started? He was fantastic.
He's charming.
Absolutely
very
fantastic. And nice as the day is long.
Yeah.
Yeah, super. It was a really great night. A really great night.
I love that expression. As nice as it's long.
Yeah,
I love
That's
it.
kind of old. I'm showing my age when I say
Did
that.
Did you say that when you got on the Mayflower?
I did. I am so happy to be on. I'm as happy as the day is long. Okay, so we got our golf out of the way. I want to talk about my friend, actor David Marciano.
Yes.
David. I've known David. For 25 plus years. I worked on Due South with him. Super great guy. You know him from The Shield and Homeland, and he has a 19-year-old son who is low-functioning, autistic, nonverbal with aggression issues. And I hit hit Facebook and social media to put the word out that we need donations and help. So he's found a plane. He needs to transfer his son out of the state of California because the state of California wants to put him in a state-sanctioned lockdown facility, which is essentially the insane asylum, and he'll just be sedated for the rest of his life. So David has found a program that deals with low-functioning autistic men and women and kids who have aggression problems. The big issue here is the aggression issues because he keeps getting kicked out of programs in California because of the aggression. And they're just not the right program. So he found a place in your hometown in Jersey that deals specifically with that. So I hit the airwaves and social media to ask for your help, and I'm going to ask our listeners here for help.
It's on GoFundMe.
It's on GoFundMe.
Get on that GoFundMe.
And if you search Marcello Medevac, Marcello, new word Medevac, Medivac, you will find Marcello's page. You'll see a video of him speaking. He's learning to speak. He knows 12 words. So if he's not in these programs, all that goes away, and he gets put in a mental institution and sedated for the rest of his life. This is a 19-year-old young man who has a lot of life ahead of him, and he just needs a chance. So if you can give whatever you can, nickel, dime, every dollar, every nickel, penny, dollar counts. Anything you can do to help us get this young man to New Jersey by February 26th is much appreciated. And since I hit the airwaves on Facebook, we raised another $6,000.
Wow.
So please, let's keep going and let's get this young man to New Jersey and the help he deserves. He's a lovely kid, a lovely, lovely kid, and he's learning how to speak and communicate. That's the most amazing thing.
I love that. Well, everybody get on GoFundMe. And
GoFundMe, Marcello Medevac. You'll see the video, and you'll see the great work that these people do with these autistic young men and women. It's truly amazing.
I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it.
Truly amazing. Thank you, Nicky.
You're welcome.
Thank you. And then I want to talk about depression.
Okay.
Yeah.
We're closing it out strong.
We're closing it out strong. I just want to plug my friend Jessica Holmes' book.
Oh.
Yes. Let me pull up the artwork. Jessica Holmes is a Canadian comedian who is amazing. And I've known about her for years. I've followed her for years. She was on This Hour Has 22 Minutes, which is, oh my gosh, I think they're in their...
I like the cover. It's a good cover.
I think they might be in their 22nd season. I mean, it's like the comedy variety show in Canada. And she's on it and was just killing it. And I play hockey with her husband. I knew her husband just around the time I discovered Jessica. So funny, so funny. And then I found out that she has a book that she put out.
It's called Depression, the
Comedy, A Tale of Perseverance. I had no idea that this woman had crippling depression, couldn't get out of bed. Like, she's getting offers to do, open, to host shows for Oprah when Oprah comes to town, and she's on This Hour Has 22 Minutes on like that top of her game. You would never ever know, and that's the scary thing about depression and mental health issues, is a lot of times it's like, oh my God, I didn't know,
right?
Because people are so good at masking it. So here is,
and that's why you never know what somebody truly is struggling with behind closed doors.
That's true. That's true. You never know. And we've lost so many people to suicide because Anthony Bourdain, for instance, that was a really big shocker for a lot of people. They're like, he has like this incredible show where he travels the world and finds out about all these different cultures and food. Like, what would he have to, be depressed about? And you'll be surprised. And wasn't there was a British gal that just passed away? She was a host.
Oh, I saw on Love.
Just saw that.
Are you talking about the same girl?
Yeah. She hosted.
I didn't realize that was
a reality
suicide.
show. I'm not sure.
Oh.
Because I've been looking to see the cause of death. It kind of points to that because something that she wrote. She said, "In a world where you can be anything, be kind." So I think that she might have gotten some, bad press and haters and all that stuff.
Terrible.
which is a thing of social media that we have to be conscious of now is bullying
Yeah.
and picking on people. And again, like you said, you don't know their state of mental health. That you could say something horrible about them, and the next thing you know, they're not here anymore. So you really do have to.
It's all about intent. Don't have malice behind what you say.
If you don't have anything nice to say, don't say it.
Yeah.
Just don't. I mean, I really don't get that, and that happens to Tori and I all the time, right? Especially on social media. We'll post something, and then there's always somebody, which is really odd. Like, we'll get hundreds of thousands of really nice, comments, and then there'll be someone who's like, "Meh." I'm like,
it's always somebody that works at Panera Bread.
Why
or something.
Why go out of your way to make a horrible comment? Just don't say it. So Jessica Holmes' book, and I've started reading it. It's hilarious. She's using her sense of humor to bring light to depression and share the ups and downs, a lot of downs, and how she got through it and how she's overcoming it through humor.
That's great.
She's just a lovely, lovely lady. Very funny.
A lot of people need to hear that.
Check out This Hour Has 22 Minutes and her work. YouTuber, Google her. She's a very funny lady. So I wanted to plug her book because she's a good friend and she's doing some good work in the mental health community. So I wanted to give her a shout out there.
I love that.
Yeah.
I love that. I'm so excited we're back. This was so much fun. I missed you.
I'm so excited we're back. And you know what? This sort of, I want to do something to help people every episode if we can. Whether it's, dealing with your kids, because the show is called Daddy Issues, or any issues. You know what? Daddy Issues is a great name for the show. But you know what? If you have any issues, we want to hear about it. We want to hear about it. Go to Daddy Issues on our Instagram. Ask us questions. Email us.
Tweet.
daddyissuesshow@gmail.com. Anything.
Write it on the inside of a handicap stall. I'll see it.
Anything. Yeah. If you
go to your local Chili's, leave a note on the inside of the bathroom stall. I'll get to it.
If you're in the West Hollywood area, just write your questions around any glory hole. Nicky will find it, and we will answer your questions. We're here for you. But you know what? It really touched my heart because helping David Marciano.
Yes,
and
I think that's
his son Marcello.
Please go on GoFundMe.
Really, really ignited something in me because I have 6 beautiful, healthy children, and I'm really blessed. And Tori and I have always said that
healthy kids.
Tori and I have always said that it's our responsibility to give back. And you know what? I never thought through our podcast that I can give back. We can give back. If you're on board, and I'm sure you are, because you're a sweet, sweet man and you care. So, it was great to talk about David and his son Marcello, and it was great to plug Jessica Holmes' book because these are people who are doing good.
Yeah.
They're doing good. And you know what? David has helped me tremendously. David is a really spiritual guy, and I had a talk with him about where I'm at with my depression and, very candid conversation. I told him how I felt around Christmas, and he was like, you need a spiritual awakening. You need spiritual guidance. Because I'm going to be honest with you. I have, up until a week ago, I had zero hope. I really, again, you'd be like, Dean, what are you talking about? You look great on the outside. Everything, your life seems amazing. You have these wonderful kids. I'm struggling. I'm really struggling, Nicky. And, when I was able to connect with David and help him, it helped me. And then David helped me with his spirituality. And he said, listen, just for now, I want you. And he talks about God, right? And he's like, when I say God, I mean the universe, right? You can believe in whatever you want. This potted plant, or this fake plant, can be your God, whatever it is. Invite that God into your life. He said, wake up every morning and say, you know what? I invite the Holy Spirit into my life to guide me today. And he said, ask 3 questions. Where do you want me to be? What time do you want me to be there? And with whom do you want me to be with? And that's all you have to do. You don't have to worry about, hey, where's my next job? Where's my next paycheck? He said, you know what? Everything evolves. money, success, relationships, everything. It evolves. You're up, you're down. That's life. But don't place a value on yourself where you're at spiritually, financially, emotionally. Just ask the universe, guide me today. Where do you want me to be? What time do you want me to be there? And with whom am I supposed to be with? And I'm here today. I
appreciate you sharing that. I love you, and there's so many people that love you, and you know, you have to be strong, and I'm so happy that you share that, and I think that'll resonate with a lot of people. And you inspired me to tap into my own spirituality, starting with my burning bush.
You're going to burn your bush?
The burning bush in the Bible.
Oh, I thought you were talking about your bush.
It was yes, that one. That exact one.
Because if you have a big bush, then I'm like
I
really
don't,
surprised.
I don't.
Okay,
I don't.
so you okay?
It was a biblical joke that didn't work. I was trying to bring.
It worked on a level. It just you put it out, and then my head. When you say bush, come on, I have a whole routine on a bush.
I know.
On women's bushes.
I know.
So you know where my head's at.
I'm not Armenian. I just sleep with Armenian people.
You're Italian. You're Italian. You could be bushy, but
thank you for sharing that, and I'm so happy to be back.
My pleasure. I'm so happy. I'm really thrilled to see you again, Nicky. I missed you.
Thank you. I miss you.
3 weeks seems like 3 months.
I know. Too long.
When I don't see you guys.
Too long. I know. I'm gonna give you a picture of me to keep in your wallet.
I already have one.
Oh, that's what I want to hear.
Oh, and on that note,
right there, can we ask people please write a review on Apple?
Yeah, please.
Give us 5 stars.
Guys,
stream us. Share the show. Follow us.
Share the show. Follow us. We want to be better. We want to hear from you guys. We want to help you guys in any way we can. We want to get help from you guys. So listen, give us a review. Email us. Hit us up on social media. Ask us questions. Anything. Give us notes. Give us advice. You know what? We want to turn this into a real interactive show. I'm so excited about, I don't know, the spirituality thing, this connection with David. I'm telling you.
Thank you for sharing that. I think a lot of people ought to hear that.
It's helping me so much because it's allowing me to get rid of all that garbage and that demon in my head that beats me up. And I'm like, no, I'm not going to listen to that voice. I'm going to listen to the universe. Where do I need to be? What time do you want me to be there? And with whom do you want me to be with? And that's what I'm using to guide me instead of the voices in my head saying I'm worthless and I can't achieve anything. And I'm working off inspiration more as opposed to ambition. Ambition is a head thing. Ambition, and it's good to be ambitious, but for the right reasons.
Yeah.
Like, I want to make a lot of money. No. I'm inspired to do this podcast because I want to help people. I want to have fun. I want to be with my friends. I want to entertain people. And through that, whatever comes, if financial stuff comes that way through this, then great. As opposed to...
But it's spreading your message.
As opposed to, I'm doing this show because I need to make money. I want to make money. I want to make $1 million doing this podcast. No. Work from inspiration instead of the other.
I'm going to cry. I need a fucking Kleenex right now.
Really?
Thank you. You moved
really?
me.
No.
Yes.
You know what? Again, I can't thank David Marciano enough and Jessica Holmes because it's helping. It's helping. And if you're out there and you're feeling down, if you're feeling like I was or I am, take action. Take action because I've always, when you go down that rabbit hole and you've lost your way and you've lost hope, you will sit there and wait for something to change. It's like, when is it going to change? When is the other shoe going to drop? When am I going to find inspiration? When am I going to find hope? It doesn't come to you without action. I've learned that. For months, years, been sitting going, when are things going to change? When am I going to get a break? You got to take action. You gotta take action. And you know what? And they're not big actions. Those 3 simple questions. Well, 4, right? I asked the universe to guide me, and then I asked those 3 questions. Have helped me so much. That's taking action. Just that little.
I love it, Dean.
So if you're out there hurting, give it a shot. You got nothing to lose.
I love it. You're like our little Yahweh. You're like our little tattooed Yahweh. Thank you guys so much.
Thank you guys
for listening.
So good to be back. We ended on a bit of a serious
No,
note,
I love it.
but
I
you
think
know
it's
what?
great.
Hey, you know what? It's nice to end
It's
on a
nice to
serious
hear.
note once in a while.
It'll
I had
resonate with the
I
people.
had a great laugh with
I
you.
love you. Right?
I
We
love
needed a
you.
laugh today.
It was so
We
great.
said on our way here, we need a laugh today.
We need a good chuckle. And we hope that we made you laugh today. And you know what? You know what? We have to. I'm sorry, I don't know this young lady's name. But I think it would be fitting to end the show. Caroline Flack. To quote her, if you can be anything in this world, be kind. So please, be kind to everybody out there. Have an amazing week, and thanks for listening.
And we'll see you next week.
We'll see you next week. Happy and healthy.